Yes guys, welcome to the FPL Fan Show. My name is Callum, aka FPL Natural, and if you're new around here, this is the channel for all FPL news and advice. And of course, just before we thought, oh, we'll have a little bit of break from FPL, they have delivered the fixtures already, guys. So those FPL managers, we have got a deliberation to start ourselves already. We can't kick back and enjoy the Euros. We've got to start getting our plans together. So in this video, we're going to be reacting to the Premier League fixture announcement. Going to be highlighting the best teams to target and of course those to avoid. Apologies Norwich fans because it looks dreadful right now. So we're going to be covering all of the best teams and a few players to target. Of course, we don't know the players or prices just yet. So be sure to hit the like, subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss any future videos for 2021-22 season. Right guys, there's only one place to start and that is going to be Liverpool. They probably come in with the best opening 5 fixtures away at Norwich to start the season off. This has got goals written all over it surely. I know Norwich done well last season, but come on. Liverpool should have a field day here, and with the likes of Salah obviously going to be a big captaincy option, and then of course the return of Van Dijk and Gomez strengthening that Liverpool defence. I think a Liverpool double up over this coming 5 could look an excellent option. So Salah is going to be looking most likely the most owned player going into game week 1, followed by Burnley at home in game week 2. We could see captaincy on him for both of those opening fixtures, and of course, as we mentioned, the double defence is going to be a real great option going into this season. I think Trent and Robertson are going to return back to themselves. Obviously a bit of an off-season previously, but I think the big one is going to be Jota and Mane. Can they have a little bit of value for us? If Mane's price gets reduced, he could offer real good potential, but maybe a double up in attack. And then of course Jota, he is going to be the one really who's going to break the mould in terms of the Liverpool attacks. He's going to come in a lot cheaper than Salah and Mane, and he could offer a great potential there to bring him into the side alongside Salah. So Liverpool kick the season off with the best 5 fixtures. Okay guys, so another one of the big hitters is going to be Man United. Now they have a tricky opening fixture at home to Leeds, who of course done so well last season. This is a Man United side that I think are on the way up, and I think this could be an excellent opening 5 fixtures for them. They have Southampton away in the following fixture, which I think always screams goals really against the Southampton side that have been so leaky in the past. Of course, so much to learn over the coming weeks and months whether they are going to strengthen up, but I think if Sancho comes into this Man United side and they hold Pogba, this could be an excellent opportunity to double up on Man United. And come on, how can we not talk about Penandes, of course. Now, he is going to be priced pretty high in FPL after an excellent season last year. And if you are going with Salah, obviously opening the season, if you want to go for Fernandes as well, it's going to be a big chunk of your budget, but very difficult to ignore Fernandes. And of course, with these opening fixtures, I think there is going to be value in the Man United defence, and possibly if we get a confirmation of Henderson maybe being between the sticks and at a good price, he could be a nice option. But otherwise, Luke Shaw left back looks a real good option, but of course all price dependent. But yes, I think a double up on Man United with these opening 5 fixtures looks a really nice shout. I think Fernandes is going to be hard to ignore. Right guys, I know I've covered 2 big hitting teams that have very expensive assets. So I think a team that are going to be offering real good value and excellent fixtures coming up is going to be Aston Villa. Start the season off away at Watford, followed by a home game at Newcastle. And they could be the ones who offer some unbelievable gems in their side. Now, Watkins last season was an excellent pick. Bit frustrating across the course of the season, but at his price point, provided unbelievable value. And I think he's going to be doing the same again this season. Minutes were absolute guaranteed. And now they've signed Buendia. And if they hold Jack Grealish, I think that front 3 could be unbelievable value there. So I think Watkins is looking like an excellent pick for the opening 5 fixtures. Now, of course, the price of Grealish compared to Buendia is going to be a really interesting matchup. I think if Buendia comes in significantly cheaper than Grealish, he could be an excellent second option for Villa. Now, defensively, yes, Villa did okay last season defensively, of course, strengthening the goal with Martinez. I'm expecting him to come a little bit overpriced this season due to how well he done last season. But defensively, you could look at the likes of Conor maybe to really strengthen up that defence if you are going with a double Liverpool defence. But I think the attack is where the value lies, and Buendia and Watkins could be an excellent duo in these opening 5 fixtures. Now let's look at some of the teams that have some terrible opening 5 fixtures, and we're going to kick it off with Spurs. Now guys, when you watch this video, there's a chance Harry Kane might be gone, he might be there, we do not know. But what we do know is home to Man City in the opening fixture is looking awful for Spurs, and I think that is enough of a reason to not even invest in their team. Defensively, they're going to have to do a lot over the summer to convince anybody to invest in that defence. And of course, in the attacking area, if Kane or Son disappear, then that is ruling out all of their assets in offensively. So I think Spurs is an avoid for the first 5 fixtures. They have tricky ones. Game week 2, Wolves away, could have a new manager bringing the side, Jimenez returning. So I think Spurs are an avoid, guys, and you might want to be looking at them after game week 5. Now, guys, this pains me to say it as I am a Chelsea fan, but these opening 5 fixtures are dreadful. Now, of course, game week 1 looks decent at home to Crystal Palace. Could be value there. And as we know, the Chelsea assets could offer real gems this season, as none of them necessarily perform too high to guarantee themselves a price boost. And I think they've got a lot to offer this season. But guys, you look at these away fixtures with the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool and Spurs. I'll throw in Villa in the opening 5 fixtures. This is an avoid, guys. I really don't see much value. Now, I know Tuchel done an amazing job in their defence, but these fixtures aren't screaming out value to me, and I think there's plenty more options over the opening 5 fixtures. So, unfortunately, guys, I'm going to say Chelsea are going to be on a avoid for the first 5 fixtures. Those in the FPL community will know, obviously, the Pookie party. Well, guys, I apologise, the Pookie party isn't coming home over these opening 5 fixtures. Norwich fans, I am so sorry, but you guys have got a tough old start to the season. And unfortunately, Pookie will not be in any teams in these first 5 fixtures. So guys, take this with a pinch of salt, because of course we have no idea what the prices are, what the players are, who's coming into the Premier League, who's going out of the Premier League. However, I've attempted to assemble a squad for the game week 1, and of course it's all difficult, isn't it? But shout out to Live FPL for the kind of tool that they have involved. You can kind of just make a team available of the players and predicted prices. So this is the team that I'm looking at right now, and of course, as I mentioned, we've got the classics, double Liverpool defence. I mentioned Salah, Fernandes, and of course the Watkins and Buendia double up. But the ones that I like the look of, and of course I haven't touched on these teams yet, but I would like the look of in terms of value, is going to be Lamptey at Brighton. Now, Brighton were excellent defensive last season. I expect good things from this season. Lamptey, of course, struggled with the injury, and I think him coming back into the side, if they maintain a 3-5-2 or 3 at the back wing backs, I think he could be real value. And if he comes in at 4.5 million, which I expect, he could be brilliant asset this season, and he's got great fixtures opening the season. Now, obviously, the one who everybody's kind of looking at right now, coming up from the Championship, is going to be Tony of Brentford. Now, of course, top goal scorer, looks a real player, and it's going to be interesting to see if they can retain his services this season. But home fixture Arsenal to start the season, but there's some good fixtures after that. Likely to come in about 6.5 million. And if people want to punt as somebody who looks really excited, I think he could be a great option. But of course, players coming up into the Premier League, we have no idea about their actual potential. But he could be an interesting punt over the coming 5 game weeks. And somebody who I absolutely love in the FPL world is going to be Antonio. Now, West Ham looked really good last season, of course, finishing one of the highest positions for God knows how long. And he is going to be at the forefront again of this side. And he is such good value. He probably will come in about 7 million this season, I imagine. And if he maintains fitness throughout the start of the season, I can see him scoring against anybody. He has such a good track record against any side, and he could be an excellent player to bring into your side, just to balance out this forward line really with the likes of Watkins and Tony in the team. So, of course, guys, as I mentioned, this is just a random side that I've put together. As you can see, No Man City, I think they've got tricky fixtures. Of course, they could beat anybody, but I don't think necessarily there's as much value compared to the other teams. So this is a starting team, guys. Don't shoot the messenger. Of course, this isn't going to be my team, but just a little bit of an idea on what we could create for the start of the season. So that's just a quick roundup, guys, of the Premier League fixtures and, of course, the impact on FPL. We can't wait for it to get back, guys. We'll be back in the studio next season. None of this sort of stuff. Be proper high-end quality. Don't worry about that. So, as usual, guys, cannot wait to get started this season. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And yeah, we can't wait for it to get going, guys. There'll be plenty of content coming your way over the coming weeks and months. So look forward to seeing you guys there, and happy planning. Cheers.